Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty turn red. Can't let that go play in my head, war gaming.
Hey everyone, I'm Fox. This is our podcast.
This is Beers and Banter after all, so
That's why you referred to me.
Exactly.
I was like, oh, I've been thrown off. Yeah. Welcome. This is Beers and Banter, the Hobby Homies podcast. Shane and Fox and Churchy and the boys and everyone hangs out and has a good time.
I'm in the void.
Oh yeah,
there is.
it's Adolf. I mean Rudolph, the red-hatted reindeer.
The
And-
Austrian
Yeah.
reindeer.
And I also have with me Santa Claus.
Ho, 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 everybody.
Can't say that. That's not in your Santa's clause. What are we doing today?
We're doing a Beers and Banter.
Oh,
We're
yeah, I
gonna
already said that.
Yeah, you've already introduced the episode, mate, so...
It's been a long year. We've done so many things, so many minutes of us talking.
Has anyone ever added them up before?
Is your mouth weird?
Yeah, because
Does it have to be? So you don't get beard in your mouth?
Yeah.
It's so fun.
What do you mean? This is my mouth. This is my face. This is my beard. This is
That's how he
this
normally
is Santa.
This
What
is
do you
Santa.
expect?
Do you mean I am Santa?
Santa is
Santa.
Santa is more of a concept.
Santa, I feel like you're just being held together by tape and dreams.
Yes, prayers, many prayers, and eggnog.
Oh, have you guys ever had eggnog?
No, I haven't, but I would try it.
I don't know.
Is it eggy or is it milky?
I haven't tried it either.
Oh, you came to us as if you had experience.
No, I've never experienced such things. So if you want to send us a PO box in the description of this video, you can send us some eggnog.
Well, it probably needs to be refrigerated.
That's all right. We'll try
Yeah,
anything.
eggnog would go bad, wouldn't it?
I would
It's
imagine
probably one
so.
of those-
If it's got eggs or milk in it, I would say it goes bad.
How long do you think it could be out of the cold?
As long as it's in a glass.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, like if it takes like the express posted it is what I'm saying.
Oh no.
Not even a time frame. Just
You know, I reckon Don's an eggnog drinker.
yeah, for sure. You know who else I reckon would be an eggnog drinker?
Who's that?
Burnsy.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%. Strikes me as that. Well, not anymore because he's obviously in the gym and fights bears.
Yeah.
Probably it's 1% body fat, but
Yeah.
that
Only
1% is
2%
eggnog.
fat.
What? What'd you say?
Only 2% fat.
Oh, good. Milk jokes. I love it.
Australian milk jokes.
So, yeah, it couldn't be
it's so
more niche. Yeah. Australian milk jokes. Milk advertising jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a meme.
Paul's, in fact.
So, all right, let's think about something to talk about.
What do you mean? Dude, we are prepared. We come to... Excuse me.
Yeah,
We
thank
we come to these episodes prepared.
Yeah, we're locked in. We've got a script.
Yeah.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Well, we're kind of more like improv.
Oh, yes, and
Yes.
and
What have I been doing?
yes, that's what I asked. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, and let's do improv. Churchy, you throw us a scenario and we'll do improv.
I like it.
All right. You awaken in Santa's workshop. The
Okay.
power is out and there's shadows everywhere around you. You
Oh.
hear a strange din of metal coming from a room nearby.
A strange what?
do you do? Din, like ding.
Oh, okay.
What do you do?
Is improv just Dungeons and Dragons?
Can be.
It's an RPG.
I just went straight for that because it was,
Oh no, Santa! I can't see anything, and there's lots of shadowy figures around.
What if the shadowy figures are just elves here to help us?
But what if they're not?
We must shoot them too, to eliminate the risk.
I think I did just make some AK-47s for some
Fantastic.
children in the beep.
Time to dish out some holiday spirit.
Oh no, Santa! You've killed everyone. And scene. That's how you get demonetized.
That's it.
So, speaking of what have you been doing, I've been all day today.
You had a Star Wars day.
I had a Star Wars day.
Enlighten us, please. I went to ask you earlier, and you're like, dude, that's content.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We don't talk to
You're
each other
right.
anymore. We're just content, like, what do you call it? Like machines.
yeah,
Like we just stand in our house all day.
yeah.
And then
Which
someone's
is
like,
computing content.
Yeah, someone's like, do you want to do something? I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound like something I can use on the podcast. My wife's like, do you want to go to work and provide for this family? I'm like, I can't see how that's relevant. Although now that I'm saying that as an anecdote, it is relevant.
It is relevant. So Sarah was right all along.
There you go. Shh, dude. Chill.
You got to let them know every now and then.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Yeah.
I will write her a letter.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had a Star Wars day. So the plan was we would go over to old mate's house. There's 4 of us. They're all work friends,
Yeah.
which is uncommon.
Oh, like colleagues?
Colleagues.
Yep.
Yeah. Although I guess they are now, they've extended beyond and they are IRL friends.
So they're not the colleagues where you would avoid in public.
No. If I saw them,
Yeah.
I would definitely text them and be like, hey, I saw you earlier today.
Oh, so you wouldn't cross the road to say hello. You just text them and say, "Hey, I saw you at the front of that shop."
No, I would signal at them
Okay.
from across the road. Yeah.
They didn't see you.
They didn't see me
Yeah.
when I signaled at them.
Yeah.
Then I text them later.
Okay,
Say,
cool.
hey, I saw you. I did my best. I did everything I could to get your attention, but
Yeah.
alas, you must have been locked in or something. So.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to disturb you because I'm a thoughtful fella.
You are a thoughtful fella.
So that's what I do. That's what I would do.
Nice,
They're
dude.
that kind of friends.
Yeah, I get you.
And so, yeah, the plan was we about 2 months ago when the newest set of Star Wars Unlimited came out, the 3rd set, it's like Clone Wars era.
Mm-hmm.
They have like these boxes, sealed boxes that are made for playing sealed little events.
Like a pre-release kit.
Pre-release kit. That's the
Yeah.
one. Thank you, Santa.
I've experienced one.
You would have had to give those out. That's part of your Christmas present.
Yeah, it's in. It goes in the stockings and
Yep.
sometimes under the tree.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put them in the sleigh and travel from one house to another.
What do you mean sometimes? What are the other times that you would interact with those things?
Amazon delivery.
Of course.
I subcontract everything these days.
Yeah. Probably has lightened your load
Oh,
significantly.
significantly.
Yeah.
I've got me time.
Santa, with the drones over New Jersey, is that you?
Yeah. Tell us.
Look, I can't give out all of Santa's secrets.
So it is a secret that you know about, so therefore it's related to you. All right, you've answered the question.
I'm going to say yes.
Wait, you admitted to it.
No.
And so, yeah, so we got pre-release kits, so we're going to go there. We've had this plan for like weeks, and it just never amounted because, adults and trying to do nerd things with adults.
Oh yeah, it's like trying to organize.
An RPG.
Yeah.
In the Discord
Yeah.
for Ollie.
Impossible.
Yeah, incredibly impossible.
Yep.
So, and because it's a little event, you need all 4 of us there.
Sure, it's like a mini tournament.
Someone drops out, then someone's just sitting there while 2 people play.
Ah. The old
So-
third wheel.
Yeah, you don't want to be that. Not for a card game.
No.
So, yeah, so we all finally managed to show up now that school's finished.
Yep.
And so we cracked all of our boosters. We made our decks. And it's pretty fun. Like, it was fun watching people just go, there are people who want to build the best deck they can.
Yep.
Tim, who has played about as much as you, was kind of just like, I don't know what new cards do.
Wait. Nah, Tim's a smart fella.
He's a smart fella. He's smarter than you. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, dude. Definitely.
That's a given, dude.
Yeah, he's smarter than...
Rudolph's
the
smarter
three-
than me.
Yeah, this inanimate Rudolph.
Yep.
And all 3 of us, yeah. Tim has a working... There's bumps in his brain.
There's texture.
Yeah, there's texture.
Yep.
There's some... I'm doing a
There's
symbol.
there's some.
There's some... Yeah, we're doing like a little Italian thing for the listeners.
Yeah.
We're doing a little, some gumption,
Caption. Yep.
So yeah, so Tim is a smart dude. Yeah, that's
Yep.
right. He does have that one over you for sure. And so he was able to put something together, but he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I've got lots of droids. I've got General Grievous. I'll do that."
Sure.
So we all built our decks. I wanted to go with more of a fun, goofy thing. In sealed, you've got such limited cards.
Yep.
But I got a rare base that let me do something cool.
Nice.
And I was like, I want that base and that leader, but they're both green, so it meant I had to run double green, which meant my deck had to get a bit wacky to make up for the cards. So
Sure.
I was like, that's fun.
Yeah.
Here for a fun time. We're not playing for keepsies.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not paying for pink slips.
No.
So
Good though.
yeah. Oh, didn't think about that. So we all played, and that was fun. We all finally got to crack these things and get a bit of a sample of the new season, new
Yep.
set, and how it works. I won all my games.
Nice, dude.
So with my goofy deck, which is cool.
Nice, dude.
That was a lot of fun. I reckon I've probably played more than all of them, except for maybe Steve. That was a great battle.
Are you counting like playing online as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
barely played in person.
Yeah.
I probably played that event, the one we went to at the start of the year.
Yeah.
and maybe one other time I went.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have barely played.
Fair enough.
So that was fun. Then we started the day with the cards, and then we went across and we played Star Wars Shatterpoint.
Shatterpoint. You said you were going to do that.
Yeah, we did. We did
And
it.
you actually did it.
We actually did it.
Wow. That's
a big day.
Unlike you.
Yeah, what, to do what I said I was going to do?
Yeah.
No. I don't know. It was, I guess I just had a good sleep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you woke up on the right side of the bed.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So, yeah, it felt good to get it on the table and get these two guys, Tim and Iggy, who had never played before.
Iggy Azalea.
Yeah, Iggy Azalea. Yeah, she was there for some reason. We just
Yep.
thought, have a go. We'll try
Yeah,
it.
why not?
She was like, oh, I love Star Wars. We're like, oh, do you like tabletop
doesn't?
games? She's
Yeah.
like, why are you still talking to me? And, you know, a few chains and whatnot later, we got her to sit still and participate in the game.
Say less.
Okay, I will. So, yeah, we played Shatterpoint. That was fun because I actually hadn't touched that in forever.
Yeah.
Haven't played it in forever. Same with Star Wars Unlimited. So it was like a really good kind of like, how do I feel about these games now,
Yeah.
having been so far removed?
They've had some time to sort of simmer,
Yeah.
you know, because you got right into both of them.
Yeah, couldn't have got more into both of them.
Yeah.
Especially initially, like, first set of Star Wars Unlimited, I bought like 4 or 5 booster boxes.
Yeah.
And first year of Star Wars Shatterpoint, I bought every single release and painted
Wow.
every single release.
Yeah, right.
So I went hard on both games because of Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah.
Same thing I did with Legion.
Yeah.
But I think Star Wars Unlimited is just going to be too difficult to keep up for me.
Sure, okay. Like, it changes, like, too quickly, do you think? The meta and, like, the releases, it's just too... Is it all happening too fast?
Yeah, I think if you just played that,
Yeah.
like you weren't doing anything, you didn't have any other tabletop hobbies, and you just played that, it has a really nice pace.
Yeah.
New set every 3 months. Early on, people don't know what's good or whatever. You get to
Yeah.
play in pre-release tournaments. Then as the meta starts to simmer out in the second month, you can establish your deck and play with, and you get a good 2 months out of it.
Yeah.
Which in card games is fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a good cycle.
Sure.
But I think when you're someone who only gets to play it, go to an event maybe once a month, you get like 3 events, and then suddenly there's
like
a
a-
whole new thing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you're learning, like, new cards, new
Yeah.
mechanics, new meta. So everything you've had is now, like, is it good? Is it bad?
Exactly, yeah. I think there's different ways of getting into it as well. Like,
Yeah.
I think you could build a competitive deck, a meta deck, watch videos, play online, go to a couple events, and still have a good time.
Yeah.
Whereas the problem was I was trying to collect as well.
Yeah, okay.
And it's the monetary thing that's hard to keep up with. Like,
Oh, of course. Like, and these cards fetch, like, cash, right? Like,
Yeah.
not only if you're buying booster boxes, which are, what, 220, 240?
180.
Okay, all right.
They're cheaper than the Locana ones.
Sure, okay.
Which
Well,
is your
still-
reference point, yeah.
Yeah, still, like, $180 for 24 boosters.
Yeah, yeah,
And, you know, yeah, you might need 3 booster boxes to get what you need
yeah.
for your list, or you're buying individual cards for $50 a pop.
Yeah,
or
that's
more.
it. It's a bit of and like I think I kind of went in pretty directionless because I would buy 3 booster boxes, and that's not enough for whatever deck you want because you usually need 3 of this legendary and bless you,
Bless you.
Churchy, and 3 of this legendary.
Yeah,
You're not going to get all that from those 3 boosters,
No.
and you're probably not going to trade
yeah,
because that's a really hard thing to tee up. It's just easy to sell the cards you bought, use
Yeah.
that money to get the difference, and then
Buy
you're like,
singles.
I could have just bought the deck
yeah,
for
yeah.
half this price.
Yeah, fair.
So that's where I sort of like I want to keep playing. I'll keep up with the meta.
Yeah,
I'll have a deck there, but I think I'll just buy what I need.
Yeah.
Instead of opening booster box packets.
it is. It's that gambling aspect.
Oh
though.
God, I love
It's
it.
the loot crate. It's the
Yeah.
What have I got here? Flicking through, and then you just see like one card hasn't got a border, and you're like, oh, that's a card.
Yeah, yeah,
That feeling, right? That
Yeah.
dopamine release.
yeah.
It's just like a bump to the brain.
It is. Yeah, it is. It
And
is.
and like we were getting right into it with the Locana, and Caitlin's hooked. Like, she loves the game, and she likes the Disney cards, but yeah, just like opening those boosters and getting those enchanteds or you know,
Showcases
ultra
and-
rares and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, like it's just like the first one she ever got, she like jumped up and like ran around the room. And I'm
Ah,
like, what?
that's
And she
awesome.
showed me and I'm like, nice.
Yeah, that's what it's about. And you
Yeah.
know what? I do think card games are worse for the internet existing.
Yeah.
Because like it would be so much cooler if you were buying booster boxes and physically like flicking through these cards and just going, what does this do? Oh, can I add that to my deck? Oh, and doing
Yeah.
that. And then trying to figure these things out and making deck. Like obviously you can still play that way, but then you go to a tournament against someone who's been online.
Oh, yeah.
It's all over.
Yeah, so that's how we built our decks. We
Yeah,
we have
exactly.
I haven't even looked online at competitive decks.
Yeah.
I don't even know what element or what color are like the
And why would you need to if you're
Meta
not going to
ones.
go to an event?
Yeah.
And if you do go to an event and don't care about getting spanked around everything,
yeah.
then why would you check and ruin the game for
Yeah,
yourself?
it's just makes it fun. Like I was like, all right, I want to make a purple list, which is like more like magic kind of
Yeah.
spells and stuff, and a yellow list, which is like a defensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's do that. So I got all the purples, all the yellows, and just bashed them
Yeah.
together until I had a cool list.
Yeah. Yeah. And like that's such a cool way to play. And I feel like that's a part of the game I really love.
Yeah.
I also love the competitive part.
Oh yeah.
Having a meta deck, going against someone else and learning your lines.
Yeah.
So you kind of learn, all right, if I play this, they've got this that they can play.
Yeah.
And so you've always got to be 4 steps ahead. It's a bit of a chess match.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's cool for a different reason. But I like what you're talking about where it's like, oh, I kind of like purple and magic.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple of sub themes in here. One like helps, I discard my cards. Oh, but this thing gives me a bonus if I don't have many cards in my hand.
Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah.
can, and you start to play around. And discovery. There's a discovery that you don't get.
It is cool. After,
Yeah.
And you're like, after a couple of games, then you're like, yep, all right, this card is not doing what I wanted to do. I'm going to turf that
Yeah.
and bring in something else
Yeah.
and try that. And then like, yes, this is working, but now it's not working with this.
Yeah.
So then you get rid of that. And like you constantly, just blending these things together. And like, it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like a competitive 40K list where you're not trying to go for like full meta.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
you're trying to be competitive, but you're also trying to have fun. It's a very fine line, I think.
It would be the same with tabletop games. And like you said, let's say 40K, for example, if let's pretend the internet doesn't exist and you go buy a combat patrol or whatever.
What a time to be alive.
I know. Yeah. we know.
Yep.
Yeah, you could like, you buy your combat patrol or whatever, and you play that against your mate, and you're like, oh, he's got these things, and I just really need something that it does a lot of damage and has high AP.
Yeah, I need
so
like
I'll
a tank killer, right?
yeah,
Like,
I'll go buy, whatever, eliminators or I don't
Yeah.
know. Something with rocket launchers or las guns or something.
I think eliminators are snipers.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. Destroyers, Devastators?
Something.
I don't know.
Who knows?
The names are so. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you buy those and they do a really good job and you're like, oh, that almost could kill it. If I had another box, and then you do that, and then they're like, oh, I need to buy, and you do the same thing, but it's that discovery because you're buying a thing, painting it, and doing it, and and then I love that aspect of the game. I could definitely understand why people love meta listing, and especially for a busy person like me.
Yeah.
If I want to play competitively, I have no choice but to jump online and just watch what people are playing and
Oh, of course. Yeah.
copy their deck and play it a few times.
Because you haven't got the time to find it out the hard way
Nah,
by playing games.
no, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, anyways, that kind of just reaffirmed for me that the way I'm approaching Star Wars Unlimited now is just stay in the loop,
Yeah.
buy the cards I need, maybe not continue to buy booster boxes and keep up on that chain.
Yeah.
Because now I've just got a heap of cards that I'm not going to do anything with them.
Nah. Do you think you've recouped, like if you bought a booster box, is there a chance you'll recoup your money?
So for set 1, it was kind of one of those things that happens a lot in card games now where companies don't produce enough
Yeah.
for if the game is super successful.
Yeah.
So set 1, I bought 4 booster boxes, which is probably about, let's say $800.
Sure.
I made well over $1,000 selling the cards from that.
Yeah.
So that was good. Set 2, I didn't really buy or sell anything.
Yeah.
And
Came so
set
quickly.
3, I was like, oh, if I get a couple good legendaries or a showcase,
Yeah.
you can make your money back
Sure.
easily.
Yeah.
But I didn't. For the 3 booster boxes I bought from the newest set,
Yeah.
I didn't make my money back.
Bugger.
Yeah. So I probably spent on the one hand, if I spent $500,
Yeah.
I probably sold $200 worth of cards.
Okay.
If I sold more, I could probably get up to 300.
Yeah.
But it's just like what am I doing? I'm just gambling.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you said.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just gambling.
That's right.
Hoping that I get more cards and can sell them online, which takes effort and time.
But they're all on red.
Mm.
That's what Santa does.
You put it on red.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Puts everything on red.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
Good.
So far, so good. It
far, so
can't
good.
be too good
Yeah.
because this close to Christmas, you're in the Hobby Homie studio. I just want to make you aware of that.
Hey man, I told you I've subcontracted everything. I'm
You've what's
I'm
that?
basically set.
I'm sorry, what?
Subcontracted everything.
Okay, cool. Just check it. Just check it, Santa.
But too much eggnog.
There was an incident at the workshop though.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was.
that happened.
There was some kind of. I don't want to say it because it'll get demonetized. But there was a
a bit of a pucka, is that what you're saying? A bit of a pa.
power
Yeah.
outage, and then the elves
Yeah.
were no more.
What happened?
That's what I heard. Yeah, what happened there?
Is everyone okay?
We actually can't say at the moment. Is everyone okay? No.
All right. I can't say anything about it,
Yep.
but there are a lot of casualties.
Yeah. Many innocents.
So that's where I'm at with Unlimited. After today, it just sort of reaffirmed that I had so much fun building those decks or whatever.
Yeah.
Shatterpoint, I just played it today. I was like, I just need to play this. I love it as much as I did day one.
Yeah, cool.
But I'm sort of in a bit of a weird limbo with it.
Yeah.
I've kind of hit pause on it because Jin Urso and Cassian have their own boxes coming out later next year.
Nice.
So I'm like, I don't want to buy and paint anything now
Yeah.
because it's never going to get played once those boxes are out.
Well,
That's like,
an opponent might use them,
yeah, true. No, I've got lots for opponents.
but have you got enough?
Yeah, I've got too much, dude. So yeah, I'm a little bit paused on that too, but it was a lot of
Fair.
fun just to go. Yep, still love this game. Just want the characters I identify with
Yeah.
and love. So,
But that's cool too. Right? Like, yeah, it's like to like solidify that you still love it.
yeah,
is great.
I needed that, I think,
Yeah.
because I was like, the more you get away from it, the more you forget.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
You're like, is that good?
Yeah,
And then maybe you start thinking about like, I don't know, flaws or something like that. You're like, that
Yeah.
wasn't that good. But then when you play it, you're like, oh yeah, I can look
maybe I
past
just
all
liked
of
it
that.
because it was Star Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah, the movement was free flowing or whatever, but
yeah.
why did I like that so much?
Yeah.
And then you play it and you're like,
I
it's
remember
just
why.
a feeling. Yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice, dude. Well, I've been doing some stuff.
I didn't ask you.
You did earlier.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
You
go.
asked me first,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Why'd you take so long to reply for?
so I'll let you go first.
Okay. You're a gentleman.
I know.
Huh?
I know.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
I've been preparing for Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, please.
Ooh.
I want to get a brewski. Please tell me about this.
Well, I got an early Christmas present from my lovely wife. She bought me the Keeper's rulebook. You left the freezer open?
Oh, well,
In this economy?
I was trying to make you more at home.
I appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been preparing for that. I've been, oh, yeah, love one, thanks.
I knew you would do that to me. Not ask me to get one while I was up.
I'm waiting for you.
Hey, if there's a spare, I'll go one too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think there is.
It's alright.
Give it a chance. I'll have it dry.
You are right, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been preparing for that. I've been writing my own campaign, as we talked about in our RPG episode recently.
We did.
So I'm
Thanks, mate.
preparing that. I got some cool. Thanks, dude. Got some cool ideas up my sleeve.
You're not wearing sleeves. Oh, you are. They're so tight, though.
Oh,
Because of all the ideas.
Exactly. They're just all just wedged in there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
So, where are you at? Like this? Obviously, it's a Lovecraftian world.
Yep.
Are you overwhelmed at the weight of things that you want to know, or are you at a good place where you're just like, I already know a little bit. I'll learn a little bit more, and then we'll just get it to the table.
Yeah. So the theme that I've picked, the setting that I've picked, it's an existing story.
Okay.
And I'm going to have a little bit of a spin on it.
Oh, I like that.
So for those familiar with Lovecraft, they will know what it is.
Sure.
I'm not going to tell you guys because I'll spoil it.
Sure. Okay. All right.
But it's existing. I'm going to change up the theme a little bit and the reason why you guys are in the town.
Okay. Cool.
But I'm
I
basically
already know where it's taking place. I can guess.
Go on.
Salem.
Wrong.
Wow.
You're so wrong. Couldn't be more wrong.
Innsmouth.
Shut up, Churchy.
You're not invited. Yeah. Okay. So, as a Lovecraftian null, someone that knows zero,
Yep.
is there different like story arcs, or is it one universe where all these different things happened in different places?
Kind of. It depends. So there's so much to it. Like the classic Lovecraftian is set in the 1920s, which was basically the modern era
Yeah.
when they were written.
Was that like industrialism, modern industrialism?
Kind of. Yeah, like
okay.
Prohibition.
Yeah, yeah.
So like peak Prohibition.
Yeah.
You know, everything like just after World War One.
Yeah.
So like the world had already gotten so much smaller because of like travel was now more possible.
Yeah.
And things like that. But there's still a lot of mystery. Like there's still the depths of the ocean, which they had barely even sort of scratched. I mean, we still haven't these days, but
Yeah.
there's still so much more mystery behind it, which leans heavily into that kind of stuff.
On a side tangent, have you seen those cameras that they send like really deep down
No.
into the ocean?
I just know of the little subs that don't generally like being that far down.
Tell us more about that.
No.
So, yeah, they send these little cameras like really deep down.
Yep.
And it's always funny because it's like, oh, this is like the deepest camera we've ever had.
Sure.
Watch what you see. And you just see these tiny little things, aliens.
Yeah, yeah.
Actual aliens.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh, this kind of ruins this kind of ruins my imagination that there's just like monsters down there that we've never seen.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
And they just know how to stay away from cameras.
Maybe.
But you see, like, it feels like things get smaller and just more strange looking.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of pressure to be down that deep.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to represent the deep dwellers.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
The deep ones, in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
So, in Lovecraftian world,
Yeah.
did World War One happen?
Yes.
Was it kind of like everything up until 1920s-ish?
Yeah, it doesn't change that much. Like he made up a couple of like cities and towns
Yeah.
and regions, I guess. But for the most part, it's all kind of the way that it happened.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
cool.
it's not that, like you wouldn't really classify it as like alternate history
Sure.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's still pretty much regular history.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, there's like cults and like, you know, they're trying to like summon elder gods and wake up Cthulhu and
Of course.
and stuff like that. And there's like it's got that classic like Indiana Jones searching for relics kind
Yeah.
of. It's that era, you know.
That's cool.
Like going into the depths of the jungle or like exploring a pyramid and stuff like Egyptian pyramid and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's got that classic like explorer
That's
kind of
cool.
thing.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I sort of meant by like the mystery was still there. The world was
Yeah.
still a much larger place.
Yeah.
because like the depths of the Amazon had barely been explored.
Yeah, what's in there?
No, we know now.
Do we?
Deforestation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much left. But you can act soon.
Yeah, you
With a
can,
link in the description. No, I
you
don't
can
know.
plant a tree.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been coming up with like a little bit of a. At the moment, I'm just getting like a really bare bones structure going.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to like allow it to be free flowing enough that I don't feel like I'm pigeonholing you guys into a particular story. And
Yeah.
I'll probably figure that out on like the night
Yeah.
when you guys are just like, I want to go this, and I'm like, I didn't think of that.
We're going to catch a train to the other town that we
Like,
like.
oh,
And you're like,
no.
Well, actually,
trains don't work.
train no worky.
Train broke.
A train have not come through with.
I'm sorry, all the trains have been replaced with buses, and the next one won't be here for 4 hours.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to go to that town anymore. At least
Yeah.
it's air conditioned, right? It's the 1920s, man.
1920s. It's what? It's Eck and what?
It's has the air been conditioned in any way to make my trip more pleasant? What are you talking about? We could crack a window.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
conditioning the air, making it faster.
It's 1920s. You can probably strap you onto the roof.
Fast air. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. At least you don't have to wear seatbelts. That's not a good thing. I shouldn't say like it's a good thing.
That's great.
That's right. I'm pro safety, everyone.
Yeah, I know.
So what drew you to this the Lovecraftian world originally? Has this been a recent thing, like since tabletop gaming, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't really know because I never read any of the books when I was younger.
Well, you couldn't read, remember?
No,
You were 14.
until I
Some of the
was
stories are
14.
pretty good.
They are. It's a really interesting, like the whole cosmic horror thing.
Yeah.
I really resonates with me. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like the fact that you know, we can be so insignificant
Yeah.
in the grand scheme
Existential.
of things.
Yeah.
It's a very real kind of horror. I
Not
feel
me,
like.
I'm a main character.
Yeah, you got main character syndrome.
Huh?
Huh?
Does he ever?
I'm a main
We're just NPCs. We just despawn when you leave the room.
Yeah. Don't you guys live here? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
That's how I view you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like as soon as you walk out that door, me and Churchy just like we exist until you're about 40 meters away.
Yeah, just in case I
Then we
turn
just-
around real quick.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
you just do that.
Yeah.
You just don't load anymore.
Until you come into like then we like a texture comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe you like spawn doing something else, like fixing a light or something.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm going to get
yeah.
a quest from the boys.
Yeah. Can't wait to go hang out at the quest, the lodge,
The quest hub.
the quest hub.
Yep.
Any goods for sale?
Yep, we'll buy all your grey junk.
Greetings,
Yeah.
traveller. These are the wares I've got for you today.
I'll have one beer, please. Oh, thanks, George. You spawned this. Thank you.
It's kind of cost you 1 gold piece.
Cost me 19 silver pieces.
Pay up.
Yeah. No, I don't really think you guys despawn. I just think you disconnect or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's why I don't. It makes me happy because it means you don't have to go through the emotional weight of missing me because you don't exist after I leave.
Yeah.
That makes me happy.
That's good and all if
Yeah.
we missed you.
Well, but you don't.
It's kind of like, oh, he's finally gone. We can log out.
Yeah.
Finally.
Fine. Jump across to your secret Discord server.
So yeah, right. See you, dude.
Yeah, so yeah, we're
It just
heading
has
off.
like all the same
Appear
members
offline on
except for
Steam.
you.
Yeah, yeah. It's the hobby homies Discord,
Yeah.
but I'm not in it.
And I'm much more talkative on it.
Yeah, you're actually the co-host. You guys have a sec. I leave and you start another episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Which
Much
couldn't
more
happen.
successful.
Yeah.
And one night
Yeah.
you come back
Yeah.
and walk in like, no.
Be like, what do you do? How?
It's like, oh, you weren't meant to come here today.
Quick, Shane, log off.
You're like, quick, LeBron James, get out the back. I was trying to think of someone famous.
Yeah. And that's the first one you thought of, huh?
Everyone else I thought of was dead. I was like, Bruce Lee, Michael Jackson. Tom
Bruce Lee's
Cruise.
dead?
I don't know. I mean, he's like water, isn't he?
JG's Bruce Lee dead?
I don't know, probably.
Wow, we're so stupid.
Yeah, we are dumb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, no, you were talking.
Yeah,
Sorry,
nah.
I forget. You're
Nah,
an
just
NPC.
just that. Just
That's cool.
getting some props too. I'm gonna throw some props.
Props.
In the mix.
Love that.
Yeah. Yeah. Props to props.
Well, now I'm excited. So when are you doing it?
After CanCon probably.
Okay.
It's gonna be a while away.
Sure.
We got a lot of stuff on.
We do. Yeah.
We're busy boys until then.
I'm looking at the incredible table you set up over there for Death Wizards.
Yeah.
And I was reading Death Wizards today because like if you read the rules, it helps you like play the game.
When? Since when?
Oh, it's a new thing I'm trying. Everyone on the
Yeah.
YouTube comments on the Battle Report channel says, should
Yeah.
read the rules and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Okay. Like it's good that you read the comments.
Yeah, and the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes I read the comments.
Yeah.
Give them the old heart.
You know what
Why
they
do you need
say?
rules if you got ChatGPT though?
Yeah. Rory knows.
Well, yeah. ChatGPT is phenomenal for
I'm gonna-
doing my job for
I'm gonna
me, but...
prepare for combat.
yeah, what game was that?
Eldritch Horror.
Eldritch
Buzz
Horror.
Birmingham. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
It was Eldritch Horror, yeah.
And then we're like, I
"There's
don't think that's an
combat
action,
in this, dude. Yeah. He's like, oh, well, I guess I'll do a rest action. Like, that's not here either, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, so ChatGPT is not there for the tabletop games.
No.
I even uploaded a rule book because I was like, oh, if I upload this, can you look through it for this? And it was
Yeah.
like, yeah, we can look through it and we can run simulations. It's like,
Wow.
it talks a big game and then you
Oh,
upload
yeah.
it and I'm like, all right, so how would I then do this? And they're like, oh, well, if you do a morale check, I'm like, this game doesn't have morale. So yeah, it's not quite that.
Yeah, I'm
It's
playing
basically like, I
Necropolis.
tell you what, I'm going to make some shit up.
Yeah, I'll figure it
I'll
out.
tell you what.
I'm ChatGPT. You believe me?
I'm ChatGPT. You just got to do this.
Hey, what are you gonna believe? You're not gonna believe me, huh? I believe you, ChatGPT.
I don't.
Anyway, so I was reading the rules
Yeah.
of New Necropolis. What do we call it? Death Wizards.
Death Wizards. Necropolis.
And it actually highlighted something to me that I hadn't thought of before in terms of game design.
Okay.
Which is there's such a thing as trying to do too much.
As in too much in the turn?
Too much in when you make a game. So,
Okay.
do you remember I had a game, it was a fantasy game that we played. We
Yep.
actually got it to the table for the
Yep.
first time I ever played it. And the problem I had with that game is I wanted to give people so many options that they were just like, that they just could do whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, if you're a dwarf, then you can pick 2 of these things.
Yeah.
And then if your background is a fisherman, you
Yeah.
can pick any 2 of these.
Yeah.
And then if your background is this, then you can pick any one of these. And so
Each model was basically a well-established D&D character.
essentially, and it was like, all right, so because I'm a dwarf fisherman who used to do this,
Yeah.
it was kind of like it would tell a story, but that's also why you had your stats and your special abilities and your equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like, it was like over 120 different abilities you could have.
Sure. Yeah.
And so the amount of combinations you could make were in the millions.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's such a cool thing. But I was like, the biggest barrier for me getting that game to the table was fine tuning and balancing all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I was reading through Death Wizards and I was like, it's got necromancy spells.
Yep.
There's less than 20 of them. And I was like, that's a lot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But also there's only 20. Like, you could memorize all those if you played the game enough times.
Yeah.
So, but when I was reading it as not the person that made the game, but rather someone that played it,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I can pick any 2 of these 20
Mm-hmm.
or any 3 of these 20. That's so good.
Yeah.
So it just kind of like spun it for me where I was like, it's so different when you're the game designer and everything's in front of you versus when someone picks up the book and explores this game that you don't need as much.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was trying to do too much as a game designer
Yeah. Yeah.
that I discovered.
The same effect for like a quarter of the
Why do many
Resources.
abilities when few do the trick?
voodoo trick.
Yeah. So that was a good little eye opener for me. And kind of as I was reading through the book, I was like, wow, they did so much less.
Yeah.
This isn't a discredit. They did so much less than what I'm trying to do in literally all of my games.
Yeah.
And that's why they have a printed game that people play and enjoy and love.
Yeah.
Versus me with just like 30 different PDFs in my games
That have
folder.
never left the Google Doc.
Nah, they're
doc
in the
format.
They're in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So that's a piece of advice for anyone that's in game design that you probably already know, and I see it with people that are actually making PDFs, where I go to I click on it and I'm like, how do they make a game?
Yeah.
I'm like, this is gonna be like 70 pages. There's 20, and
Yeah,
the game
yeah.
looks incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Nice,
it's a
dude.
little tangent, but yes.
Yeah. I guess I kind of came across that too with like Beyond Thunderdome, right? Like
Yeah,
just wanted it as bare bones as possible.
yeah,
But like obviously you need to have some flesh and like it's glaringly obvious in some aspects that there is nothing there. But
Sure.
at the same time like it sort of shines in other areas, I
Yeah.
think. And like you could definitely add more elements to it. But I think it would change the game too much
yeah,
to what I had originally intended
yeah, for
for
sure.
it to be.
And I think you went in with a goal, and that was good. You said, you wanted this to be an OPR mod,
Yeah.
so people that played OPR understand the foundations of how to play the game already.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you wanted it to fit on a page.
Yep. With suited for 10 people,
Yeah.
12 people, 8 people, whatever.
And so
Like,
you went, all right, how do I make it something that 10 people can play?
Yep.
Or however many,
Yep.
that fits on a page. Well, and so, yeah, I think you did a great job of balancing those. You had clear goals, and you didn't compromise on those goals.
No.
You didn't go, oh, what if it's 2 pages? I mean,
Yeah.
who cares if it's 2 pages?
Yeah, it's already 1 page, 1 or 2 pages.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
before
just,
you know it, you got 8 pages in front of you.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you were very intentional with that, and I think that's what helped it. And you're right, because you go, yeah, I could add this and add that, but that's not really my original vision of the
Yeah.
game. Then it slowly becomes something else. And yeah.
But your games, like the one that we played, like you had some really cool mechanics to it, like the whole stamina thing, like different resources that you're trying to track to do actions, basically like AP points for like a
Kill
XCOM
team.
kind of game or
Yeah.
a kill team game.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to have that. And element there. And I feel like that game knew what it wanted to be. Like,
Yeah, I got lost in the weeds with it, I
you
think.
bloated it too much, do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. I think I just was trying to I bloated the character creation.
Sure.
It's like people just want to get this thing on the table and play it.
Yeah, yeah. And you can always add more later.
Yeah, exactly. So I think instead of trying to start with 10 races and 10 things and each of them have 10 options,
Yeah.
like just start with 3 or 4
Yeah.
and then a couple tables, get it to the like it goes back to what Lockie from Wartide
Yeah.
told us in the game design early on.
Yeah.
And he's like, just rush it to the table.
Yeah.
Rush it to playtest. Because that's where it forms.
Yeah.
That's where, and like it doesn't change how, and you would know this with Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah.
You go, all right, I've got this, let's throw it on the table. Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense that this, you can do this than this.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't make sense, or it doesn't feel rewarding for you to just run over 3 pickups and get them all and
Yeah.
kill
Yeah.
something. It's probably should limit that.
Yeah. 1 per turn.
And the game just crafts itself
Yeah.
through playing it. But the identity that you had for it's still there.
Mm.
It's just revealing itself to you, so to speak.
Yep.
Very abstract and arty, what I just said.
Revealing itself.
Just reveals itself to you
Yeah.
and articulates itself in a manner that is organic yet thorough. And us in this corporeal realm have to define its ethereal purpose and put it in a PDF, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Yeah. Anyways, are you all still here?
No,
That's
not.
amazing.
Thank you so much for watching. This has been one heck of a year.
Yeah, it's been a dooz.
We
Absolute doozy.
we thought we'd wrap it up with a nice beers and banter where we sit back and just shoot the breeze.
Chill out. Talk about
Chill out.
card games for some reason. and
Probably-
Cthulhu.
It's probably New Year's Eve almost.
Card games and Cthulhu.
Yep.
Great title for
That
an
is a
episode.
great time.
Yeah.
Great time.
Great time.
Yep.
It's a great time, dude.
It's a great time.
I had a great time too.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to your house.
You're welcome.
Hey, you know what? I want to say this to you and Churchy.
Yep.
I hope you guys don't ever despawn again.
We won't. We won't
We'll
now.
try not to.
Yeah.
I also realised, like, even if we are NPCs, you still care about us because you brought us beer and stuff. So
True.
Well, I bought myself beer, but yeah, you can have some.
And a real PC would have just like slaughtered us.
I'm not gonna say I've considered it,
Mm.
but I would need a weapon because I feel like in a hand-to-hand combat you could both beat me.
Yeah,
In
we'll beat
smarts,
you
you guys could beat me off.
Yeah.
In speed, I might have you in speed, but I could run away. But that doesn't
Yeah.
really defeat you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So at best, maybe I could poison you.
Mm.
Anyway, I hope you
What was
enjoyed
in
the
the
beers. Nothing
Mine tastes
to
a little
enjoy.
funny.
Yeah, no, it's just a double dry hopped IPA that tastes like that.
You mean this dry?
Yeah. Oh, is your throat dry? It started.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for being legends to enjoy our content, and massive shout out to these awesome legends on our Patreon. For $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this and other cool stuff, fun rewards in our Discord server, and some other cool stuff too.
Yeah, like what?
Shout outs to these legendary people, MJ, Moose, Fatboy, and Tom. A real one, that's you, Numa. The Goats, Burns, Fire Dinosaur, Hockers, Gridlock, Journeyman, and Matt.
We got the OGs, Darren M, Souls, Are You Warrior, Churchy, Rad, Ollie, Penny, Don, Pure Blind, Jackson B, Mini Walmart, Oz Wargaming, Analog Line, Tim Smith, and
Big Roach.
this has been an incredible year, and we got 2 channels, separate channels to 1,000 subs, which just means we can
Congrats,
stock.
boys.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Which means we can stock the fridge with beers because people watch ads about 2% milk,
Yeah,
which is relevant if you're into that kind of thing.
some people are.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know his name.
Was it Douglas or was it
It's Jim
was
Bob.
Jim Bob, yeah. Anyways, we'll see you next year. Oh, okay.
Over.
We'll see you next year.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One